U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, has released a major strategic plan for fiscal year 2023 to 2026 and beyond to make the possibility of America a reality for immigrants from around the world. Uscis is reducing barriers to immigration benefits and services. The new strategic plan highlights 3 long-term goals focused on increasing access to the nation's immigration system. In this video, we will discuss everything related to the release these immigration updates. If you are interested in any of these topics, stay tuned to the end of this video for your immigration updates.
Visit our Swat&Vee channel with your questions to see how best we can help you out your process. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel.
Now let's get into the video and find out what's new in U.S. immigration. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services has laid out its strategic plan for fiscal years, FY, 2023-26, the remainder of President Biden's first term and then some. Uscis adjudicates over 32,500 requests for immigration benefits per day, including applications for employment, humanitarian, and family-based visa programs. The agency also administers the country's naturalization process, which allows eligible green card holders to become citizens. Uscis listed strengthen the U.S. legal immigration system as a primary goal, which it defined as developing immigration policies, regulations, and guidance to support and expand legal immigration pathways, improve access to immigration benefits, strengthen the asylum system and effectively support the resettlement of refugees. Uscis also included plans to update the E-Verify program, a web-based system that provides employers with a quick and free way to verify the work authorization of their new employees, but laid out no details regarding how it intends to do so. Number 1. Increase high-skill workers' access to immigration benefits. Uscis has the authority to ensure the true best and the brightest foreign workers have access to employment-based visas. It's just not using it. Uscis could implement a reform, similar to those created under the now vacated modification of registration requirement for petitioners seeking to file cap-subject H-1B petitions regulation, that required Uscis to prioritize higher-paid and higher-skilled foreign workers for H-1B cap-subject visas, thus ensuring U.S. businesses access to the best pool of foreign workers while also discouraging wage suppression and unfair competition for U.S. workers. Current DHS policies require Uscis to select registrations on a purely random basis, utilizing a lottery system, when demand for H-1B visas exceeds the numerical limit set by statute. Prioritizing wage levels in the registration selection process incentivizes employers to offer higher wages, or to petition for positions requiring higher skills and higher skilled aliens that are commensurate with higher wage levels, to increase the likelihood of selection for an eventual petition. Similarly, it discourages abuse of the H-1B program to fill lower paid, lower skilled positions, which is a significant problem under the present selection system. In addition to increasing the highest qualified aliens' access to immigration benefits, this policy change will benefit American workers as well, who often must unfairly compete with foreign workers who are paid less than their American counterparts for the same jobs in the same locations. Number 2. Strengthen and improve access to the asylum system by deterring fraud. Uscis can strengthen the asylum system and improve access to it by legitimate asylum seekers by implementing policies to deter fraud. Uscis's plan, however, was silent on how the agency plans to address this massive problem. According to the latest available data, the asylum backlog totals over 1.6 million cases, meaning that unless the U.S. government places an alien on an expedited path, most asylum seekers wait years in order to have their cases fully resolved by an asylum officer or immigration judge. The vast majority of these applicants, however, are ultimately determined to be not eligible for asylum. First, Uscis can require asylum officers to consider the mandatory bars to eligibility for asylum and withholding of removal when making credible fear determinations. The credible fear process serves as a screening function for asylum applicants who arrive in the United States illegally. Uscis's refusal to require asylum officers to consider as a preliminary matter whether an applicant is in fact barred from protection, and therefore, does not have a credible fear of persecution, is both wasteful and inefficient, and undermines the very purpose of conducting screenings in the first place. Second, Uscis should also raise the standard of proof for consideration of Convention Against Torture, CAT, claims in credible fear screenings. Aliens who may be barred from asylum or statutory withholding of removal may nevertheless be allowed to remain in the United States by submitting fear claims that establish a significant possibility, a notably low standard of proof, of eligibility for CAT. The availability for release into the United States is a primary pull factor for illegal immigration, and the low standard asylum officers currently apply to CAT determinations in credible fear claims could negate the Biden administration's forthcoming third country transit rules' intended deterrence effects. Third, Uscis must amend its regulations to end its practice of reconsidering negative credible fear determinations that have already been concurred with by an immigration judge. The practice of filing requests for reconsideration has become an overwhelmingly popular tactic to delay the removal of aliens without meritorious fear claims. Such tactics only serve to further drain Uscis resources and divert resources away from aliens with legitimate and unresolved fear claims. While total time to review a reconsideration request varies, Uscis reported that requests that require new asylum officers to conduct new interviews often take more than 5 hours per request to process. The Biden administration considered terminating the practice in 2021, but scrapped the plan in 2022, deciding instead to limit how many reconsideration requests one individual alien can submit. Fourth, and importantly, Uscis should implement a regulation to define what it means to be a member of a particular social group in order to mitigate asylum abuse. Membership in a particular social group, as I noted above, is a protected ground that is covered by asylum and withholding of removal. The problem, however, is that it is an ambiguous term, not defined by statute, that has been the subject of considerable litigation and is the product of evolving case law. Number 3. Eliminate unlawful programs that divert agency resources from legitimate visa programs. Perhaps the most effective way Uscis can reduce administrative barriers to immigration benefits is to eliminate programs Uscis has created that are not authorized by statute. The creation of ultra-vires and unappropriated programs diverts agency resources from the adjudication and administration of legitimate visa programs, for which many applicants and beneficiaries experience significant wait times and processing delays, even when Uscis charges fees for their applications. First and foremost, Uscis should terminate its recently created parole programs, which have been designed to allow aliens who have no lawful immigration status to enter and work in the United States absent any authorization from Congress. Since January 2021, DHS has used parole as its primary band-aid to address the border crisis, and with it has created an alternate immigration policy for aliens who have crossed the border illegally or even for prospective migrants from certain countries to apply for parole from home. These unauthorized programs all usurp agency manpower and resources, which in turn increase fees and wait times for applicants and petitioners of bona fide visa programs. In addition to draining agency resources, Uscis's parole programs are unlawful. Congress has not delegated DHS authority, through Section 212d(5) of the INA, or any other provision in law, to permit the limitless admission of classes of aliens, defined solely by DHS's interpretation of significant public benefit. No provision in law exists that permits DHS to parole classes of aliens into the United States on the basis of predetermined eligibility criteria. The Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals (DACA) program, which uses deferred action instead of parole to grant lawful presence and work authorization eligibility to certain aliens in the United States illegally, is subject to similar criticisms. Uscis officers must also process DACA applications along with their EAD applications, which only increases costs and delays for legitimate visa programs. And like Uscis's new parole programs, DACA is legally defective. Recently, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals held that the DACA program violated both procedural and substantive law, stating that Congress determined which aliens can receive these benefits, and it did not include DACA recipients among them. The court is likely to conclude in the upcoming year that the Biden administration's new DACA regulation, which makes very few changes to the framework of the program, is subject to the same legal deficiencies.
I hope you guys found this video extremely helpful. If you know anybody that could benefit from this information, definitely make sure to share this video with them. We are all about empowering you with knowledge. So the more people that can benefit from this video, the more people we want watching this video. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs icon. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit on the notification bell for more immigration updates. Bye!